Hi guys, welcome back to my Riverdale YouTube channel. So today I want to go through what I'm loving watching at the moment. So it's been, the weather's getting kind of better, but at the moment it's been kind of windy, kind of cold. So when I'm inside and I've got some free time, I love to just relax and watch some Netflix. So these are the series that I am absolutely loving right now. So I'll start off with the TV series. So for the TV series, my #1 favourite at the moment is Riverdale. I know I've got a little brother who finds that absolutely cringy and it's apparently very white girlish, but I'm white and I'm a girl and I love it. It's my favourite series at the moment, and if you haven't checked it out, you should go there. It's kind of like a mystery. It's a bit like Pretty Little Liars, so if you like that and you haven't seen Riverdale, then go check it out right now. Okay, the next one that I've literally just found like a couple days ago is called Life Sentence. So kind of connecting back to Pretty Little Liars, so it's got Lucy Hale in it, who was in Pretty Little Liars, and she is a girl in Life Sentence. She's the main character and she is diagnosed with terminal cancer, and in the first episode we find out that her cancer has been cured. So it's kind of like, what do you do when you think you're gonna die and now you have to live for the rest of your life? And I think it's really funny and so true and so down to earth, and it's like everyday problems. It deals with everyday problems that you and I go through as well. So I absolutely love that one. You have to check it out. So the third series that I have for you guys is called The Crown. So this is pretty much the story about Queen Elizabeth, how she became queen, everything leading up to that, her relationships with her husband. And if you guys think back to it, I mean, I'm in my 20s now, and that was roughly the time that she was crowned queen. So if you guys are also in your 20s, imagine being crowned queen of a country. No, I would be freaked out, but it's basically how she dealt with that, the sacrifices she had to make, and I think it's really fascinating. And as far as I'm aware, it's really true to, or as true as possible to what happened. So I love that. Okay, the next one, the fourth one I have for you guys is Modern Family. I have been watching Modern Family since it started. I absolutely love them. It's what got me through when I had to leave home and move out to university. So when I was living by myself at university, I literally just binge watched Modern Family because it reminds me so much of my family, and I find it so hilarious and so funny, and I can still watch them today, series that I've watched over and over and over again, and I will still find them hilarious. Okay, so the fifth final TV series I have for you guys is House. Again, this is kind of an older one. It's already finished, but I've just gotten reintroduced to it. We were just watching it lately and I love it. So for those of you that don't know, House is kind of a more medical TV series. So it follows this one doctor called Dr. House, who solves all of these diagnostical issues. So these diseases that nobody else can cure, he figures them out, and I think it's amazing. But I'm just absolutely obsessed with everything to do with medicine, hospitals, so that's right up my street for me. So if you like that, you should definitely go check that series out. It is worth it. Okay, so now on to the 5 movies that I'm really loving and watching at the moment. So the first one I watched is I, Tonya. I actually watched this when I was on the flight back from Bali, back to Germany, and I kind of heard a little bit about it. I'd heard about the main character, I'd heard about her story, and it's got Margot Robbie in it, and I think she's an amazing actress and extremely good looking. And so seeing her in a role where she had to play a 15-year-old chubby kid, I just had to see if she could actually look that different and not as good looking as she normally looks, and she still looks good. So the second movie that I have for you guys is Paddington 2. This is another movie that I watched on the flight back. I watched it on the way to Bali and then on the way back from Bali. That's how much I enjoyed it. So I have Paddington, which I technically borrowed long term from my sister, who's sitting over there. And she bought the DVD and I love it. I've watched this so often, I know all of the lines off by heart. So when they said they were doing a Paddington 2, I had to see it. And it is well worth it. I absolutely love Paddington 2. I thought it was really interesting and really funny again. Okay, the third movie that I would suggest for you guys that I've watched recently is called Ferdinand. So Ferdinand, it's more of it's an animation movie, so it might be considered a little bit more childish, but you know, if you guys aren't wanting to sort of have a think movie where you have to follow the plot line and you can't miss anything, but you want something where you can sort of tune in and tune out or something funny in the background, that's a perfect movie to watch. Or if you have children or if you are younger, watch it, it's great. And I actually found it really funny and I had to watch it because of the reference in, I've got it, it's a movie, it's a really popular movie with Sandra Bullock, The Blind Side. Thank you, Hannah. It's called The Blind Side and she actually reads Ferdinand the Bull, the book, to the kids in one of the scenes. So I was just like, I have to see it, I have to see what it's about. Okay, the fourth one is more of a trilogy, so it's my absolute, one of my favorite trilogies ever, and it's Lord of the Rings. Again, it's an oldie but goodie, and I just binge watched the entire 3 movies all in one go recently. Yeah, I was in my room a lot. Okay, and the last 5th movie for you guys that I suggest that you go see is called A Quiet Place. So that's still in cinemas, I believe, and oh my god, it's so scary. It is super scary. So it's about this family who live in a time where there are these monsters or aliens that come down to Earth and pretty much wipe out the population. And I don't want to give too much away, but basically they're these creatures that are blind, but they can hear really, really well. So everybody has to be super silent, and it follows a family of Emily Blunt and her husband, and they have some children, and it's kind of them surviving and trying to survive and live in this world or on this planet with these aliens and monsters, and people die. I'm not going to give too much away, but it is scary, it is terrifying, and it just blew my mind. Anyway, so those are the 5 series and the 5 movies that I've been absolutely loving at the moment. Hope maybe I know, gave you guys some ideas. I know that sometimes I sit there in the evenings, I'm like, oh, what do I want to watch? So maybe you can check some of these movies or series out. Maybe you'll absolutely love them and watch them on repeat. Other than that, I will leave the link for you guys to my Facebook, my Twitter, my blog, and my Instagram in the description box down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel and you want to keep up to date on it, then go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to be notified, because the only way you can be notified is by clicking the bell, then click that bell. Otherwise, I post videos on Sunday, every Sunday at 6:30. Bye!